What is up, guys? I do hope you're well. My name is Mark and today we're covering some r/relationships. If you'd like to skip the initial waffle, timestamps are in the description and along the timeline below. But if you are new here, please consider hitting that like, that subscribe, and maybe that notification bell too. A huge thank you to each and every single one of you for being here, to turning up every day and interacting and commenting and all that good stuff. It really does mean the world to me and I love you for it. So with that being said, let's get in to today's stories. Much love, guys. Our first story comes from a throwaway account. My 26 female fiance, 27 male, left me for his one that got away 4 years ago. They've divorced and he wants to get back together. My fiance broke our engagement off when his high school girlfriend moved to our city. They quickly got engaged, married, and had a baby before it even had been a year. I was so blindsided and hurt, I don't think I ever really got angry with my ex, which is why I'm making this post, to get some outside insight. My ex reached out a few days ago to catch up. He claimed he regretted breaking up with me 2 months after he did, but because his ex-wife was pregnant at the time, he felt he owed it to his son to try and make it work. He said their relationship quickly fell apart and he realised his ex wasn't looking for a life partner, but someone to financially support her. He said the financial issues is what finally led to their divorce. They've been divorced for 6 months and have 2 children together. According to him, his ex regularly tries to get back together with him, but he doesn't want her. He ended up asking me if I was willing to give him a second chance. In some ways, my ex has become my one who got away, and I probably would have jumped at the chance to get back with him a few months ago. However, I've recently been talking to this guy, and whilst we aren't official or anything, we did go on a date 2 weeks ago, which went really well. I feel like it could progress into something good, and I don't know if my ex is worth losing it over. I'd appreciate any advice on what to do in this situation. So let me get this straight, you was treated as second choice and you're questioning over whether you should get back with that guy. Hell no, move on with your life, get with this new guy, have some fun, and hopefully you do stay together and have a good time. That's all I got to say on that, really. And let's have a look at the comments below to see what they say. Bones and Trash says no. Mr. the Boss, hell no. TA, fuck no. Platinum Nuke says, say hella fucking no to your ex, piece of shit. Gryffindor Prefect says, sis, you were never his first choice. He didn't even hesitate to break your engagement. Trust and heart for an ex of high school, but now it didn't work out, he wants you back. You're not anybody's B plan. Don't let him ruin your progress. Free This said, he's the same guy who dumped you cold after asking you to marry him, except with more baggage and some other woman's baby. Hard pass. Lasers to Stun says, ironically, it seems like you're the one that got away now. Do you really want to be with someone who's willing to leave you for someone else at the drop of a hat? Even if what you had with a new guy falls through, it's still better to be alone than to be with someone who doesn't value you. What do you guys think of this story? What would you do if you was OP in this story? Would you get back with that guy? Would you give him a chance at possibly the loss of a new guy you found? I'd take the new guy. Let me know in the comments below. And our next story is from a throwaway account. My girlfriend tried to push me off a cliff as a joke. My girlfriend, 20 female, is completely crazy, but mostly in a good way. Spontaneous is an understatement. Sometimes she goes too far, but I love her for her crazy personality. I, 18 male, am more relaxed and we balance each other out. The 2 recent incidents really freaked me out though, and I need advice. I was driving on the highway with a lot of traffic. We were going maybe 40 miles per hour. She suddenly started tickling me and wouldn't stop when I yelled at her. I jammed on the brake and someone almost hit us from behind. I asked her what the fuck is wrong with her, but she just laughed about it and told me to chill. I said, what would make you want to do that? And she said, I don't know, just felt like it. Then last Saturday I was hiking with her. I was standing near this steep cliff. I'm usually wary of her because you never know what she's going to do, even though it's usually just a prank or something. I let my guard down and she went behind me and pushed me towards a cliff, and I swear I almost fell off. She did it hard and I ended up right at the edge. She was laughing so hard. I freaked out and started screaming at her, and I may have been out of line, but holy shit. She laughed about it at first, then she started crying and saying she was so sorry. The next day she started texting me saying that she didn't mean any harm and she just didn't know that I would get so mad at her for doing that. Am I crazy for even thinking about this? Is it possible she's just immature, and if I get back with her she'll be different? I'm kind of lonely and I really love her, but this made me really rethink the situation because now I feel like she's legit crazy, not just fun crazy. Thanks for your advice. Now there's a double update to this one, so if you think it's crazy now, let's dive in and see what happened with the first update. I've been thinking about it a lot and I've decided that I'm ending my relationship with her. This isn't easy for me. It's hard because I've been with her for almost 2 years, but it's even harder because I now feel a ton of guilt myself as I remember things that I ignored and how I was only worried about her after I became the victim. I mentioned that point in the other thread, but I even feel worse about it now. I know I was stubborn in the last thread, but I listened to everyone's advice very carefully. You all helped me so much. When people brought up the sadism aspect, it sort of clicked. I don't know if it's stupidity or selfishness, but I didn't think of it that way until this week. I just ignored everything she did. I thought about some memories using this new perspective. I remember earlier this year, her dad got her a job at the front desk at an apartment complex. It's hard to explain this place because it was sort of a luxury place, and most apartments aren't like this. But I was there once or twice a week to pick her up, and I remember what the building looked like. There was a lot of older people living there, and right near the entrance of the building there was an elevator which only went up. Then there was the main elevator, which was kind of far down a long hallway. She had to call the first elevator down after the person was approved to go into the building. One time me and her were just smoking and just chilling, talking about stuff. She was laughing to me about how she would sometimes disable the up elevator and pretend it was out of order. Then she'd watch these older / handicapped people walk down this long hallway to get the main elevator. She got fired pretty quickly anyway because she activated the fire alarm when there was no fire. When they asked her what happened, she pretended that the computer was glitching and she couldn't stop it. But they believed she did it on purpose, so they fired her. I'm sure some people could have been injured during the chaos. I guess the alarm must have disabled the elevators, so everyone had to grab their stuff and ran down the stairs as quickly as possible. I can imagine all these elderly people going down so many flights of stairs. I don't think anyone was injured, but they did fire her and maybe they're still investigating. I don't know if it could help, but I'm going to call the place and tell them what she told me and how she admitted to pulling the alarm on purpose. That will help my conscience out a lot. Like I said, I feel terrible about ignoring this stuff. You might think I'm an idiot or a terrible person myself. I don't know what to say, but when I really thought about this stuff, I decided that I couldn't be with her. I know people will criticise me and that's fine. This is an update but also a confession, to be honest, because I have to get that off my chest. Also, there's a bunch of other stories too that she told me or that I saw myself. I enjoyed her craziness, to be honest, even though I was always on the edge, but I thought of it as her being fun and spontaneous instead of sadistic. I guess I'm pretty weird myself. I responded to her text this morning because she was starting to get angry and was sending a lot more text. I told her I was really sick and thought she shouldn't be near me, but that we might be able to hang out again in a week or two. I said I wasn't mad at her anymore, I just didn't respond because I was sick. I just told her that to get her off my back and to give myself more time to prepare for the breakup because I don't know how she's going to react and I want to be safe. For example, she has keys to my house and I'm living with other people including kids, so I want to change the locks and make sure we're not tied together in any other ways before I do an official breakup. Do you think that's a smart idea? I could use any advice on the best way to break up in this situation because I'm kind of worried. Once again, thanks for all your advice last time and have a good day. Oh my god, she's just getting worse. It's more sadistic that she's like watching elder people struggle and handicapped people just enjoying watching them struggle. How insane is that? But there is a final update. So let's head on over. Well, it's over. I officially broke up with her. I sent a short text earlier today. I wasn't mean, I just said it wasn't working out and we should both move on. She was surprisingly very understanding. She was emotional at first, but I know, despite our differences, that she does love me. When she saw how I felt, and when we talked about it in more detail, she was convinced that the breakup was best for both of us. We talked on the phone, and I could tell that her feelings were 100% genuine. I know her well, and I'm really going to miss her. Before this conversation though, I did a bunch of stuff just in case something went wrong. I tried to change the locks, but I didn't want to tell my parents about this because I knew they'd get pissed at me. I couldn't do it without their permission, but now I see it was unnecessary to do it. I also told some friends what was going on, changed my passwords, and I tried to close one bank account that we both had access to. It didn't work, but whatever, it doesn't matter now anyway, since she's being so good about all this. I'm so happy that it's over and that we won't have any major problems. She reminded me about an old Chromebook that she left at my house. It's been there for months and I forgot all about it. That's the only valuable thing she has in the house, and she's going to come over in an hour or two and pick it up. Then we'll say our final goodbyes. While she's here, she's going to give me back the house key. I told her I needed it to give to a neighbour. I won't lie, I cried earlier today and I'm still very emotional. I know this is the right thing, but it's so hard. I could have left the Chromebook outside the house or mailed it to her or whatever, but I want to see her one more time. I want to hug her again. She loves my little bro and he's always excited to see her. I want her to make him laugh one more time. I just want a proper goodbye and to make sure we're on good terms. The last time I saw her in person, I was furious and she was crying. I have ended the relationship. I won't go back now, but I can't leave it like it was. After today, it'll be no contact. I'll update you when it's over, just so you have the full story of exactly how it went. To address some other stuff I mentioned in the last thread, that I was going to report her for her former workplace for how she admitted to abusing those handicapped people and pulling the fire alarm. I decided against it because she's already been fired and I'm pretty sure the management of the place has moved on. I don't want to report her trying to push me off a cliff either, because it might just make her seek revenge in some way. A lot of people wanted me to find the allergic person who she gave nuts to and file a report about that, but I don't even know that person's name. She might not even told me, but I don't remember anyway. I have a lot of incidents I could go to the police with, but honestly, I'm just so happy our breakup will be smooth, and I don't want to make it worse. Maybe I'm selfish, but at least for now, I'm going to avoid taking legal action. Also, in all honesty, I don't think she's too far gone. I think she can change, and I hope she does change, and doesn't need to get in trouble to become a better person. I know she can do it because deep down, she's a good person like we all are. Thank you for all the support. What a crazy time in my life. I'm glad I got past it. I appreciate everyone's help so much. I couldn't have done it without all of your advice. I just can't thank you enough. I'm getting like, I was reading this story and he's just like, he's way too casual about everything at the end there. Like, oh yeah, we're moving past it. She's a good person now. And she just wants an amicable breakup. Why do I get the feeling she's going to turn up and something bad's going to happen? She tried pushing you off a cliff, dude. Oh my god, man. How insane does it get? And I didn't see it in any of the previous stories, but obviously it's come up somewhere. But she tried to feed someone who's allergic to nuts. Tried to feed them nuts. What the fuck? So she's done that. Tickled you like crazy while you're trying to drive and thought it was funny. Let a handicap and disabled people struggle to get upstairs. And he's just like, yeah. She's a good person. She's moving past it now. We're going to hug it out at the end and everything. I'd watch your back, man. This doesn't sound like it's over to me. Whew. What do you guys think of the story? Let me know in the comments below. And this story's from a throwaway account. My husband met another woman and told her that he's a widower and that his wife, me, died a year ago. We've been married for 5 years, together for 8. He, 35 male, used to be a nice, calm guy. Over the past 2 years, it seems like he's lost interest in our relationship. It all started around the time I, 26 female, got pregnant with our son, and we never went back to normal. He slowly turned into a scary guy who yells and breaks things when he's upset, so I tend to avoid any type of confrontation because I know how scary it gets, and I don't want that around my son. I don't know if that maybe pushed him away even more. I noticed he's been coming home late, is on his phone a lot, and that he's always transferring money out of our joint account. First time I asked him about the money, I got yelled at because I don't work and it's technically his money and blah blah blah, so I stopped asking questions. Anyway, today a girl messaged me on Facebook saying she's been dating my husband for about 4 months now, that she didn't know I was alive because he told her that I died a year ago. She sent me screenshots of their conversations and selfies of them. I'm trying to keep my cool for my son, but inside I'm destroyed. I don't know how to bring it up to him or what to do because the way he reacts and that scares me. Holy shit. Such a horrible thing to hear, you know, because it's clearly domestic abuse. I don't know if I'd be right in saying this, but I wouldn't talk to him directly. I would try and get out of there with your son and then bring it up into some other way. I don't know, with a lawyer or something like that, because you don't want that. I'd say get to your family ASAP. What an awful situation. But let's have a look at the comments below to see what they say down there. Seth928 says, don't say anything to your husband and talk to a lawyer ASAP. Document everything and make sure he can't find those documents and destroy them. Unusual Leadership 17 says, get a hold of all your personal documents and those of your child, birth certificates, passports, or government ID, and secure them away from the house. Your lawyer's office, a safety deposit box, etc., where he can't find them. Start funneling some money into accounts that are in your name only. Get resources together, a safe place to stay when you leave, etc. Your divorce lawyer should be able to help you with all of this. Do not tell him anything until you have your resources together and are ready to leave. Get a good attorney and let that attorney do your talking for you. If your husband has anger issues, the main thing you need to be focused on is protecting yourself and your child. Loniton Buzzy says, please do not confront him or let him know you're aware of his infidelity. He's financially trapped you, but fortunately there are domestic violence organisations with legal assistance. Please talk to him before anything else. They can point you in the right direction. The fact your husband has temper is alarming, but him telling people you've died is such a warning bell. This is the number to the National Domestic Violence Hotline. God, this story got so much worse than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was just going to be like him just cheating, you know, but the fact that the domestic violence is in there as well is just absolutely awful. It's so heartbreaking to hear that it's not just this OP, is it? There's so many people that's trapped in these relationships all over the world right now, and it is such a scary thought. And this story is from a throwaway account. My boyfriend's friend called me a butterface, and my boyfriend co-signed. I've been with my boyfriend for 2 years. I thought he was attracted to me, all of me. He's never called me ugly and always compliments me with or without makeup. Last night he brought his friends over. I'm cool with them, but we're not that close, so usually when they do come over to play video games and smoke, I go upstairs. That night when I was walking past the room to the bathroom, I could hear my name. The door was closed, but I stopped to listen. I know eavesdropping is wrong, but come on, they said my name. I heard one of my boyfriend's friends say that they hate when I always leave when they come, because I wear shorts and a tank top around the house and usually dress more conservatively when I'm around them in social settings. He went on to say that I have a fat ass and nice boobs, but I'm a butterface without makeup. If you don't know, it's when a girl has a nice body, but her face. And my boyfriend laughed loudly. He didn't even defend me. His reply, her body is perfect. What? They moved on a different topic and started talking about other girls, so I gave up on listening and went back upstairs. I don't think I'm ugly, but I did cry. I'm ashamed to say my self-esteem took a hit, but it did. It hurt worse to know that my boyfriend laughed and didn't defend my looks. I won't lie and say I'm the best supermodel, but I'm not ugly. I have shoulder-length brown hair, clear skin, features are decent, maybe my eyebrows could be less sparse, and I wear glasses, but I would give myself a solid 6 out of 10 without makeup and maybe an 8 with. Maybe I'm just delusional. I felt sick sleeping next to my boyfriend and wouldn't let him touch me. He's attracted to my body and not my face, and I hate myself low key. I'm 22, he's 25. Now, well, I don't understand how the boyfriend could just sit there and listen to his friends talk about his girlfriend like that, saying, oh, she has a fat ass and all that kind of stuff. I'd say, yo, shut the fuck up, dude. You don't talk about my girlfriend like that. Would anyone else let their friends talk about their girlfriend or boyfriend like that in front of them? Is that normal conversation that I'm just not doing? I mean, what? I want to say your boyfriend is the arsehole in this situation, but we're on the wrong subreddit here. So, let's go to the comments below and see what they say down there. Chock says, honestly friend, I think you have a hard time moving past this. I think even when you doll up and look your best, you'll wonder if you even think you look pretty, and it'll probably rob you of your self-esteem. That comment will be intrusive thought that pops up for the rest of your relationship. You deserve a man who thinks you're a 10, even when you feel like a 6 or an 8. Ghetto Heaven says, I can't even imagine a friend of mine talking about my girlfriend that openly. I would say that he doesn't respect you. JMask7115 says, girl, you're better than me because I would have popped my head in there so quick. Ho Chavez says, even if he's only attracted to your body, that's a huge red flag. What types of friends does your boyfriend have to insult their girlfriend that way? And shame on your boyfriend for not defending you. Now, as I said, we have an update to this post, so we'll head straight on over to that. I wasn't expecting to get so many replies. I read every single one and I want to thank you all. Breaking up wasn't even thought on my mind, but seeing men say they wouldn't allow their friends to say that, and women saying that they wouldn't tolerate that helped me be more confident in bringing it up to my boyfriend because I wasn't planning on it. Last night I sat him down and told him that I overheard his conversation with his friends and how what they said was really hurtful, and it stung worse that he didn't defend me and just laughed. At first he denied it ever happened and I got upset and almost cried because I felt so frustrated. Then he admitted it and said it was just a dumb joke, and he forgot about it 5 minutes later. Then he said that his friends' opinions wouldn't matter so much to me if I didn't care about their thoughts on my physical appearance. I said I don't care on what they think, it's the fact that they said it and you sat there and laughed. He said that he finds me attractive if that's what I want to hear so badly, and that if my friends said he was a butterface, he wouldn't care because he isn't attracted to them, and since I care, I must have some sort of attraction to his friends. I got up and said that we're done. How is he going to flip this on me and make it seem like I want to be with his friends because of their comment upset me? His reaction is what upset me. He said that if I'm breaking up with him because his friends think I'm unattractive, then I'm doing the biggest favour of his life. So we're over. I'm moving in with my sister in a spare guest room. I'm so heartbroken. His reaction wasn't what I thought it was going to be. I don't want to end things with him thinking I like his friends, but I guess this is what it is. I'm moving on. He doesn't care about me and I've wasted 2 years over him. It's whatever. I'm not interested in dating now, but there's more fish in the sea. Edit, wow, thank you, so many rewards. I'm actually shocked by all these responses. He found out about this post and sent it to me, saying that I'm insecure for going to Reddit for my relationship problems. He says he's going to sue for slander, but I didn't say his name. He cussed me out in multiple messages and I blocked him. To all the positive comments, thank you for the support. All your kind words helped me through all the crying I was doing yesterday. To all the negative comments saying I'm ugly and weak for ending things over something so stupid. I'm sorry, but my peace of mind and not feeling like shit, everything around a guy is way more important to me than being in a relationship. All the incels making dumb sandwich jokes, saying misogynistic comments because they're upset I broke up with him. I understand someone ending a relationship, something you'll never experience, is unfathomable to you, so I won't get too upset by your dumb comments. Wow, I can't believe he actually tried to twist it on OP in the end. What a dick move, man. But I'm glad that they split up, and hopefully OP will find someone better for her down the line and with some more self-confidence. But guys, let me know what you think of this story in the comments below. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I did. I love reading them. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and thank you for being here. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to listen to these stories. It really does mean the world to me, and I will see you in the next one. Take care guys. Much love.